Well, what's up, everybody? Jonathan back here today, and we're on the KST map. And it looks like we had finished up with this load here. We didn't get it unloaded from last time, so let's go ahead and get this unlocked. And we will offload these logs and head back up to the island and get us another one. Well, I hope everybody's been doing pretty good so far this week. It's been a pretty uneventful week for me at work, which is nice. We're just about in our busy season, and so far it's been, well, at least this week anyway, it's been a little slow, so that's good. It's always nice to have a bit of a slow period where you can kind of catch your breath. Alright, yeah, this cell point here is kind of awkward. I kind of wish they had put another cell point here at the sawmill somewhere, or made it taller where you can just drive through it with the log truck, but anyway, we'll make do with what we got. And let's head on back up the, well, I say up, I'm used to working on some other maps. We're going across to the island. That's where we're headed. Yeah, turn the traffic off, so I keep forgetting that don't have to stop. And I don't know where the ferry is. I mean, if somebody knows, maybe you have to activate it or something, but I haven't figured that out yet. Yeah, I really like this Caterpillar truck, but man, the brakes sure are stout on this thing. You hit the brakes, you're stopping. No matter what you're pulling or how fast you're going, you're coming to a dead stop. Alright, let's see where we are. We've got a few logs. I'm going to go ahead and get this other truck backed up in there. Kind of just alternating trucks here. Alright, and let's see what we've got around here. I've already forgotten. Oh, okay, yeah, I remember now. So, in the last video, we made us a cut road, which was basically going to be kind of a boundary. If I get the map pulled up, you see we kind of cut straight out from our landing where we're at. And so what I think I'm going to do now is probably towards the end of this video, what we'll do is we'll hop back in the Felibuncher, and I'm going to head straight south, and we'll meet up with that road that we used to come in here, and we'll just kind of define us a big area, and that'll be where we'll cut this block out, sort of, and then we'll move on to another spot maybe or something. I don't know. We'll see. Or we'll just go up, keep continuing here at this landing until the skidder pulls get too far, you know, and then we'll look at moving somewhere else. But for right now, let's actually let me go ahead and hook this tree up since we're here. I tried to cut these trees and drop them to where we can pull them straight out and not get stuck, so we'll see. Now we're well, it came loose. Okay, I was gonna say we're stuck already, but it came loose. So we'll just grab a few of these, and then we'll come back and maybe try to grab some that are better bunched. Until we get an area good and open, it's gonna be kind of hard to bunch the trees up good. Well, we hung on a stump. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and get these out of the way. Just so when I come back with the skidder, we won't have to worry about, you know, being in the way. And I had a comment the other day on my, I think it was my last video, that they were, well, somebody had said something about, you know, they liked the video, but, you know, there's a lot of FDR machinery being used. And, well, I mean, I just got to say that this stuff works so good. I mean, this last batch of FDR machines is by far his best yet. I mean, it looks good. He's got the models baked, and the textures look good. And the machines just flat out work. I mean, you know, I've tested out a lot of equipment, and there's a lot of good stuff out there, but you know, at the same time, there for a while I was playing, and I had the I believe it was, even though I had the map autosave on, I think at that time I did, or maybe it was, no, I think it was before that, or once I did have it. I had the map autosave, but even with that, occasionally I was getting, the game would just lock up. I mean, I could hear the game, I could hear the engine revving and driving and whatever, but the game, the video for me on screen was just frozen. And so I got to looking around, and I had several mods that I downloaded from various places that they just had a lot of warnings and error messages, so I just removed them. And I mean, you know, I just don't have time for that. I mean, yeah, it's nice to have a John Deere or a Tiger Cat or something like that, but when they're giving you errors and locking up your game and just, you know, just in general having a lot of error messages associated with each mod, I mean, it's just no sense in that, so I just removed them. These FDR mods, well, to be honest, I haven't looked at the game log to see if there are any errors, but I don't think there are. And they work really smooth too. I mean, I have not had a single problem out of pretty much any of the FDR stuff. So I'm in it more for the gameplay of, does it work or not work, and does it do what I need it to do. So until that changes, I mean, I'm going to be using the FDR stuff. Now, if something new comes out, yeah, sure, I'll try it out, and if it works good, I'll continue using it. But if it's going to give me a bunch of error messages, I'm not going to use it. So anyway, that's that on the FDR stuff. I mean, but you got to admit, I mean, his latest stuff is really, really good. I mean, like I said, it just looks good, performs well. Some of it, I mean, the forwarder that I had in the last video with the interior, I'm not a big fan of that thing. It drives kind of funny. Just, the grapple on it's not really that good. I kind of feel like maybe he just threw it together. But anyway, so I mean, there's some FDR stuff I don't like to use, but for the most part, the grapple loaders, the processors, fellow bunchers, all that's really good. So I'm going to continue to use it until I find something that works even better. Let's see, I wonder if I can drag those two out without making a big mess. But yeah, I mean, I love it when people are making good mods, forestry equipment especially. I mean, some of the trucks are really nice. Actually, this Mack truck right here is really nice, except for the dirt model. Don't like that. And Serious Mods makes some awesome mods too. Although he hasn't made, I don't think, any forestry equipment like skidders and stuff like that. He may have contributed to some of it, but like as far as his work alone, I don't think he's done anything like that. I follow his Facebook page and keep up with all that, so I don't think I've seen anything like that. And I mean, this John Deere cable skidder, I mean, when it first came out, I downloaded it and tried it out and loved it, and been using it ever since. So yeah, I do like using other equipment. Just haven't so far really found anything that's better than the FDR stuff. Oh, this isn't going to go well. Yeah, maybe that'll work. I do check the mod sites. I mean, I don't check all of them. I mean, I've got a couple that I check. Well, one I check just about daily, and then I've got a couple others that I'll go log on to, maybe once a month or something, and just see if there's anything new forestry related. And then I've got, I'm a member of several groups on Facebook, modding communities, and like Farming Simulator Loggers. I'm a member of that group. So I kind of keep abreast of anything new that's coming along. And so far here lately, a lot of people, I've seen a lot of people's stuff get leaked out, and they get mad about it. But I mean, how are you going to prevent that? I mean, you got Patreon members who pay monthly, and anybody can. You can't verify who they are. I mean, anybody can pay $5, join your Patreon, grab all your mods, and then just take them and do whatever they want to with them. I mean, you have to assume when you put that stuff out there that they're going to get leaked. If you don't want them getting leaked, then don't put the full version up there. And besides, it's you're not supposed to do the whole pay for a mod thing anyway. So I think Giants is going to be cracking down on that. And you probably see a lot less probably a lot less mods coming out. I don't know. One person I think said he didn't really care about it. That from now on everything is going to be public, but I don't know. So we'll see if it happens. But you know, there's been a lot of cool stuff come out. One thing I was really looking forward to, which ended up being kind of a big disappointment, was the Tiger Cat 635. You know, that big 6-wheeled grapple skidder. I was really looking forward to that coming out, and when they released it, it just wasn't up to par. I mean, they need to do some more work on it. So maybe somebody will revisit that and fix it up. But the cable skidders, to me, really are the way to go. You can haul so much more wood. The grapple, I mean, at best, you might get lucky and get 3, maybe 4 logs in there. Most of the time, though, you're going to get about 2. You might start off with 3, and then about halfway there, you'll lose a log, and you'll end up with 2. Because I mean, these trees in the game, I mean, I've said it so many times, they're just like steel rods. There's no give in them, so whenever you put a grapple on them, you're either going to squeeze right through them, or alright, what has happened here? So you're either going to squeeze right through them, or you're only going to get like maybe 2 in the grapple that'll hold in there reliably. And sometimes they got around it by putting straps on the grapple, but that's not realistic and looks kind of silly, because the trees end up shooting straight out. I mean, they don't even touch the ground. You don't drag them. They just, it's like you've got a spear. Alright, I don't even know why I'm messing with this little tree. Oh well, we'll stick it in there. And I'd like to say early on too in the video, hit that subscribe button if you're new to the channel and you're watching, you know, and just want to see a bunch of forestry equipment and, you know, like the game and all that. Do me a favor, hit that subscribe button and help me out by helping me get to 1,000 subscribers and get my videos monetized again. I was real close to finally getting paid for doing all this for about 2 years now. I've been doing this and haven't seen a dime yet, so I was real close though to getting paid. YouTube does not pay you until you get to $100 of ad revenue, and I was about 75, 76, something like that, and then they changed the policy. So yeah, about 2 years now, I haven't seen a dime for doing all this. Oh yeah, I was gonna try to winch these out of here. But I'm not in it for the money. I was doing it just for the fun of it, because I enjoy playing the game. And I already had the stuff. I mean, got the computer, the joysticks. Well, actually, I bought a couple of joysticks. But anyway, I did have one to begin with, and then that one broke, so I ended up buying another one to replace it. But I already had the microphone and all the stuff. I mean, I kind of knew how to do it, so I just thought it'd be fun, and you know, it'd be nice to make a little money on the side. But that's really not why I was in it. In fact, with the Patreon stuff, and with if I do happen to get to 1,000 subscribers pretty soon and start getting some revenue off of the videos, then I was planning on giving it back to the viewers via, you know, like giveaways and stuff. So that's what I was going to do with that. Alright, that ain't going to work. I really need to get that stump grinder in here and clean up this stuff. And yeah, so the Patreon thing, you know, it's $5 a month, or, you know, well, if you want to do 10, I've got a 10 option too. But most of the people that are on there doing the 5, but the Patreon, once I reach 10 Patrons, which is about, I think it ends up being about $40 a month if I've got 10 with the $5 option. Then what I'm planning on doing is, if we stay at 10, I'm gonna do monthly giveaways on there. It'll be some pretty nice stuff. You know, maybe some dual joysticks or copies of the game, or maybe like a, I don't know, farming simulator T-shirt or something. I don't know. We'll see. But that's once I reach 10 patrons, and then once I get my videos monetized again and I start making some fairly decent money off of that, then I'm going to start doing maybe every couple of months or so I might do a giveaway on just a regular this YouTube video series. But that just really depends on how quickly I can get my videos monetized again, and how much money I'm making each month and that sort of thing. Because I can only imagine that they've changed the payout policies and stuff since they're restricting the the folks that can get paid. It's got to be a little better, I would think. I don't know, maybe not. But we'll just have to see how it goes. But I really would like to, give back to my viewers, since they're the ones that are putting the time in to watch the videos. And I mean, each video does take some effort on my part, to record and process and all that stuff. But I definitely want to give back to the viewers. But anyway, enough about that. So if you want to, hit that subscribe button, and there'll be a lot of farming simulator forestry here on this channel. And I'm hoping to, I said this a good bit. I'm probably going to wait for the Oregon state to come out in American Truck Simulator, but I'm probably going to have some ATS gameplay once Oregon comes out, because what they're planning on doing with Oregon is it's going to be sort of like a from the woods to the big box shop, kind of like your lumber stores. Like, well, I won't mention any of them, but you know what I'm talking about. They're actually going to have you go out to the woods, pick up a load of logs, haul it to a sawmill, and then from there you might take the lumber to somewhere else. And so it's going to be kind of the full process of from the woods to the big box store. So that'd be kind of fun. It's forest related, so maybe they'll have some maybe somebody come out with some mods that kind of look like a like a truck, maybe a day cab with like a headache rack or something on the back, for like a log truck. It'd be kind of cool. Alright, except for that one log at the end that's all facing the wrong direction. I think we just about got everything. In fact, I'm gonna just park it right there. Let's see, I guess we... Okay, yeah, we did meet up with that road. Yeah, okay. Alright, let's get these logs processed and we'll get this truck loaded up. And then the remainder of the video, I'm going to make another big long cut road. And we'll see if we can't define us another little boundary on this track here. Yeah. I'm probably going to end up having to replace this other joystick here before too much longer. It seems like about once every couple of weeks now it gets out of calibration. I've got to recalibrate it. It's just, I bought it used and there's no telling us what they did to it whenever the previous owners had it, but it hasn't really worked correctly since day one. So I just bought it used for, I don't know, 10 or 12 bucks, something like that. It's not much, just got it off eBay. But I mean, it does pretty good. It's a little sensitive. That's why I was saying uh-oh, because if I move left and right, sometimes it goes a little bit too much. Yeah, it's just a little bit too far out there. Well, guess I can grab it now. Alright, and since I'm thinking about it, I'm just gonna hop in the chipper and get that area cleaned up over there in front of the processor, all those little wood pieces. Alright, and let's get this truck loaded up. Alright, that was pretty good. Hop in here and get it strapped down. Alright, now let's hop in the fellow buncher. And we're going to make us another little cut road or cut boundary. And so let's see here. So this road, if I can get the map pulled up, there we go. See, this road kind of runs, I don't know, west to southwest. So what I'm going to do is just direct my little pointer due south. And I'm going to try to follow just due south. And I'm going to attempt to keep my tracks right straight in line. And I'm also going to attempt to bunch pretty good, so I'm not having to worry about the tips of the trees catching on other trees or stumps or something. So I'm going to try to make some good bunches. And we'll cut as many trees as we can till we're going to try to meet up with the road that we turn, you know, to come in. So we'll try to get down there. I don't think we'll be able to make it this video, but we'll attempt it. And just before we get too much further, I'm just kind of curious to see, you know, where we're at on the cut trees. So 289, so not, I mean, I thought we may have had more than that, but oh well. Yeah, so the cool thing about this map is, you know, as far as like some of the other maps I've played, the trees are pretty dense on this map, so you don't have to worry about, you know, driving too far or you know, not having many trees to cut whenever you pull up to a spot. So I mean, you know, like I've already cut some around here obviously, but I mean, I've got this tree here. I could probably reach out and grab that one. I could just about grab that one, and you know, there's another one there if I pulled up just a little bit. There's one. I mean, I've got multiple options as far as cutting trees. That's kind of nifty about this map, is you got a lot of trees to cut. And let's see, how do I want to go about this? Gosh. You know, we're still close to our other landing, so I think what I'm going to do is, let's see, I guess I'm going to lay him down this way. Try to make it easy to skid them out. Alright, well that didn't quite work out. I'd really like to just blast a road down through here, but I'm trying to be careful so I can have some good skid piles to work off of. Because it sure does make it easier when the trees are just all like, you know, scattered like pickup sticks. It's hard to get them out of there sometimes because you know, like I mentioned, these trees are like steel rods, and so when the tips of those trees get hung up on other trees or stumps or something, I mean, there's no getting it out of there unless you break it loose, go at it from a different angle or something. So the the better you can make the piles, and the easier it will be to skid them out. These trees are so thick in here. And I keep getting my tracks messed up because every time I get a tree hung up, it's moving my tracks. Let's check our map. Oh, we're still going pretty good. Okay. I think I'm going to leave that little small map open just so I can kind of make sure I'm headed due south. I kind of wish that these machines had a compass in them. I don't think. I mean, I may be able to add that on. I haven't thought about that. Yeah, I'll have to see if there's a compass mod or something that'll display up there in the either the top where the time is or down at the bottom where the tractor information is. That'd be kind of cool. Get us a compass in there. Jeez. I'm getting hung up on everything. These trees are just kind of going wherever they want to go. Wow. Okay, well, guess it's going there. Jeez. Alright, I think whenever I get a little bit closer, maybe to this road, I may start laying the logs the other way. I don't know. So that's an awful long way to skid. Oops, can't see back there anyway. Well, I guess it's not too terribly far. Let's make that turn and head back to the landing. I guess it's not too far, I guess. You can see my frame rates are about half of what they should be, just all these trees in here. When I started working on Dodson logging, I had a guy take a look at my map, and I was having some problems with the terrain, but ended up not using that version of the Dodson logging map anyway. But I had a little tree plantation. It was some small trees. It wasn't, you know, anything massive, the big stage 4 or stage 5 pines. It wasn't anything like that. But it was just some smaller trees. I think maybe stage 3. And the guy was like, you might want to ease up on your tree density there and affect gameplay and the frame rates quite a bit. I was like, okay. But I don't have any problems, I don't think, on Dodson logging. I had one person say something about when the sawmill was up and running, you know, producing the lumber, that they had issues with frame rates. But I got it up and going, and I didn't really have a problem. And my computer's decent. It's not the best, but like I said, I didn't have a problem. But you can see how the density of the trees does affect the frame rate. It makes a difference, that's for sure. Oh, well, we're already out of time. I didn't realize I wasn't paying attention to the clock, but I didn't think we'd make it all the way to the end. We're maybe approaching halfway to that other road, and I didn't realize it was that far. In fact, we may not even go all the way down to the road. I'm not for certain about that yet. We'll see. I'll have to probably just stop the machine here and get another tractor or truck or something, or just walk it and see, how far that really is. But we made a good bit of progress. In fact, let's look and see. Well, we cut down 82 trees this session, so we're up to 339. But so anyway, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to go hop in this truck, and I'm going to take a shortcut up through the woods here. And we did get that truck loaded, so I'm going to go ahead and get it down to the sawmill. So for next time, we'll be ready to unload it and have that already there. So I do appreciate you watching. Like I said, hit that subscribe button if you haven't already. Lots of forestry logging here on Farming Simulator. And hoping here pretty soon, whenever American Truck Simulator, the Oregon map or Oregon State comes out, maybe we'll put up a video or two of that and kind of explore a little bit of Oregon. That'd be fun. But anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you on Friday. Yeah, on Friday. So y'all have a good one. Have a good rest of the week, and we'll see you then.